Edgar TV.
Howdy there guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where today what we're going to do is going to talk marking on the Pro Tour. Now this one's coming up in the comments section quite a bit, so I thought it'd be easier to do a video. If you have any questions of your own that you would like a video doing on in terms of understanding how things work on the tour or some of the things, or even if you want to see some of these videos already, I've done some of these, I'll add it on the end. There's a playlist showing you how the Pro Tour works, what it's like behind backstage, how walk-ons work, all these different types of things. So check that out, and then if it's not on there, let me know in the comment section and I can do a video on it and let you guys know the information you're looking for. So I think this one's coming around because recently we've seen photos surface, like in the thumbnail for this video, with Peter Wright, Gerwin Price for example, doing the marking. Now yeah, they're doing them at the moment. In normal times we'd have markers. So we've got this team of markers that come to the events all the time, and what they do is they sort of do the marking basically, don't they? What else could it be? They do the marking. So they come along and there's a good team of them. It's the same people most of the time, so you get to know them as well. They're really, really good. Very, very rare do you ever get a mistake. It's the players that make the mistakes when we're doing it. And we all use the Darts Connect system, which is what you watch at home. It is literally live straight through to you from next to the board. So it types in, as soon as they press enter, it goes out and that's the data. And then obviously we're playing off that as well. So there's a tablet at the side. So it's gone of the days of pen and paper. Now, at the moment though, and in the times before we had these markers on the tour, it was a loser mark system. Now this is a system that you'll probably know if you go and play like local events or other types of competitions. Loser mark system, and we've all been there, you know. Will Dave go and mark board 3? The guys have been waiting 45 minutes. Can we get a volunteer marker? You know, because Dave's played 3 County B games in his life and thinks he's a superstar and he's too good to have to mark despite the fact he's just lost. We've all been there. Or, you know, in your local pub leagues where Dave's gone outside because he wants to have a fag before he marks, then he needs the toilet all of a sudden, then he always has to have a pint before he does it. It just holds everything up. Holds everything up. In the PDC we don't get this, so there's a very high level of respect obviously amongst all the players, so we don't like to keep each other waiting, so we hang around and get the game marked. The other thing though is, if I just pull this up I'll show you, there is actually fines available. So if you look at these fines from 2019, you'll see if you don't mark, so failure to mark challenge shot, that was £100 and a future a warning. Failed to mark at Q school, £250, and I believe it's £250 as well, if not more now, for the Pro Tour itself. Now, that's a lot of money. Sometimes it can literally just be I nearly got caught out with this. I literally, when I lost in the summer series last year, we're not used to marking no more, so I went back to my room and I sat there and I was like, I didn't mark. But luckily it wasn't my turn to mark because the boards was changing and I was first out because it was like a board final I lost. So I got lucky there because that would have been a fine. And it escalates. So if it's the first offence, I think it's £250. Second offence, £500, £1,000, and it grows. So there's that element as well that makes people just do it. And that would be my suggestion, I think, as well to some of these local leagues, not obviously finding people but keeping a record of those that don't mark. Some of the other things I've seen, I think people like who pay a deposit, so they pay like £10 to enter a £5 competition, but if they don't mark they don't get the £5 back, and then what they'll do is they call it out and they'll go, so and so's not marked, we've got a £5 here, and they pay the person a £5 to go and do it. So I like that system as well. But the first game, there's no loser for it. And again, on these local competitions, what you get is a lot of, could we have a volunteer marker for all the boards? And it just don't work. It takes ages. So what we do here is we have a last player marks the first game situation. Now, if we take a look at this board here at the side, Johnny Clayton, Barry Bates, that's a seeded game. Danny Noppert, Richard North, that would be a seeded game. We've got an unseeded game, Nick Kenny, Josh Payne, and an unseeded game, Martin Clearmaker, Luke Humphries. Now, What this would be is you'd look at the player at the bottom of the draw, the very bottom, Luke Humphries in this situation. If this is a self-mark competition, Luke Humphries will mark game 1 because he's got the furthest time to wait between there. Martin Claymaker's got the furthest time to wait, but gets lucky because he doesn't have to mark. So if you see someone at the bottom end of the draw in the current COVID times of a self-mark competition, this would be the person who marks the board. In this situation, Luke Humphries would be marking. That's pretty much it. That's all there is to it, really. I mean, I prefer pen and paper myself, or whiteboard and whiteboard marker, especially considering that, you know, if you get one of these things wrong on this Dart Connect, it's not overly easy. The other thing I've learned now is Dart Connect, you can actually just put the score in, because you'd stand there and be like, right, I know he wants 16 left, but I don't know what he scored, and you'd be like, ooh, and there's 7. Can you help me out? Luckily now you can just put 16 thing, and it's an easier way of doing it, so that sort of helps out with that side of things. But if you've got any questions, again, guys, that you would like to know in terms of how things work on the Pro Tour or at these majors, just let me know in the comments section. I might be answering your questions soon, guys. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.